Right, let's expect you both. You obey my instructions at all times. When I tell you to break, you both break clean. Defend yourselves at all times and the best luck to you both. Touch gloves. Come on.
But another fight in the already outstanding early stages of the career of the former amateur star Giorgio Visioli against the veteran, hard as nails, Kane Baker. How impressed have you been with the youngster Visioli, Pat?
Yeah, very impressed. He's got a nice solid wide base and he stays relaxed. And yeah, he's weighing up Baker now, and yeah, we've got a good fight ahead of us.
Yeah, the press conference and at yesterday's weigh-in, Kane Baker trying to lure Visioli into a fight. I think he understands that at range there's only one winner here. He feels his best chance is to get close and try and out-hustle, out-experience Visioli. But it's been the speed of hand, of foot, and the reactions and the way he fires counters that's been so impressive, Pat, from Visioli.
Yeah, just like you can see now, you know, if you're not a big boxing fan, you think nothing's happening, but he's just doing subtle little things, and it's a game of inches. And Visioli, you know, his footwork is brilliant. He's just in and out the tiniest little bit. And yeah, he's playing mind games already with Baker.
Yeah, you're right, it's fractions. Sometimes you can see some young fighters really jump out of range, and it makes it that much harder to find the counters. He doesn't. It's just, as you say, millimetres, just enough to miss the shot and fire back. Looks composed, looks relaxed, looks comfortable in there. As we say, this is 7th outing, 5 stoppages already. Everything his own way so far. So Kane Baker was, sorry Pat, was gonna call it a day, but he loves to fight and still believes there's enough there to cause these youngsters problem.
Yeah, definitely, he's still hungry, but Visioli, you know, he's
Yep, just stalking his man, Visioli, creeping forward. Look at that left hand. Nice shot straight down the pipe of Kane Baker. Oh, just looking for that left to the body. Sharp. Looking to creep forward. Kane Baker, but a little hesitant. Good work in the closing seconds here of this first round from Visioli. Sharp, aggressive, and looking very, very spiteful. Landed a nice left hand at the end there. Good opening round from Giorgio Visioli. Into the second round we go. Is there anything Kane Baker can do to close the gap? As I say, looks a little hesitant coming forward, and that's down to the speed of hand and foot and those reactions that's stopping him at the minute.
Well, that's it, yeah. You know, Visioli's so fast, and it's a matter of inches for him with his feet. And towards the end of that round then, you've seen him going from the head to the body, and he really turned a screw. So, yeah, he's coming out patient again, and I'm sure we'll be seeing a good display of him towards the end of this round.
Yeah, looking to set the traps, stabbing the jab into the body. Lots of feints. Nice jab from Kane Baker. A lovely left hand and then dropping the left to the body. Good variation from the youngster. Only 22 years old. Visioli, oh, lovely left. Seemed to stun the leg slightly of Kane Baker. Looking menacing, isn't he, Pat? As he's just has that little spring in his steps, hands low, trying to bait Kane Baker in. Definitely, yeah, he's staying calm, cool and collected. And the main thing for me is he's watching what's coming back. He's not getting too eager. He's definitely respecting Baker. And that's why Visioli's shots are going through. Yeah, and he wants to fire off those counters, doesn't he? Another lovely left screw shot through the guard of Kane Baker. He's going to have to get those elbows closer together, Baker. Stop those shots landing, because that accuracy and speed that we mentioned of Visioli is so impressive. Or a little short right hook inside. You can barely see that, but you can see the reaction that it has on the face of the man from Birmingham, Baker. Yeah, lovely work there from Visioli. Baker, he's probably in most danger when his back's against the rope, to be fair. He needs to try and stay in the middle of the ring. As you say, nothing's frantic, is it, from Visioli? Just slowly goes through the gears. So hurtful. Yeah, he's definitely not there after he throws his combination. What a beautiful left hand, straight down the guard again of Baker. Doesn't rush his work, doesn't get carried away. Good variation, head and body there with the hooks. Yeah, he's very cute with his work, and it comes out of nowhere. And like you mentioned, he's very, very fast. It is the gameness and toughness shown from Baker, trying to push Visioli back. It just gets bundled to the floor there by the youngster. Just cannot take your eyes off of this one. You just feel at any second Visioli could find the shot to end this. Good right hook and a left downstairs from Visioli. Yeah, he's trying to find the shot, but what's most impressive is he's staying cautious. And that confidence again shown, hands low, slipping and sliding as he creeps forward. Visioli, another very impressive round. Legs up. Seeing the speed and the accuracy demonstrating the highlights there. That left hand, the shot really doing the damage, and he's come out with some real intent here, Pat, Visioli. Yeah, he's got, you would think he's not got any more springs in his step, but he certainly has. And great work to the body. Oh, 1-2, and then dropping that right to the body. He means business here. Yeah, he does, and Baker's feeling it now, I believe. As I say, 5 have been stopped. The only man to go the distance with Visioli is Tempala Asarusi. He showed real toughness in that fight. He took a bit of a beating, but he did hear the final bell. Can Kane Baker do the same as he gamely comes forward, as he tries to in the majority of his contests? His game is fit, strong. But on the receiving end here, again, lovely left hand right through the guard of Baker. And Baker tried giving it him then, and, you know, Visioli's footwork and head movement and staying relaxed. He didn't lay a glove on him. You know, his defence is really second to none, and he's putting his shots together nicely. Yeah, total sort of disregard for anything that's coming his way, Visioli. It's been probably something that's been lacking from Kane Baker. As I say, lots of toughness and always willing to get stuck in, but just the one inside the distance from his 19 wins. Happy just to walk forward, Visioli, and land these big shots as backs Baker up against the ropes, lands 4 or 5 unanswered rights to the body, really going through the gears now, walking him onto another left hand. Classy boxing from Visioli, Pat.
Yeah, he's looking for that right body shot. I lost count how many times he threw that then.
Blistering hand speed again. Spiteful boxing from Visioli.
And now he's back reading Baker. He's not rushing in. He's taking his time, and he knows the shots will come.
Yeah, just biding his time. Still plenty of time in this contest to get the finish. Working the body again around that left side of Kane Baker. A joy to watch. He really is. Nice jab from Kane Baker, looking to drop the right to the body as well. Will that be something on the mind of Kane Baker? Try and weather an early storm and try and force himself onto Visioli late?
Maybe, yeah, that's the only chance he's got really, but the way Visioli's looking, like, it's just sharp again then. He's not showing any signs of slowing down.
Wow. Impressive, to say the least, from Visioli. Let's look at this attack, Pat. Talk me through this barrage of rights to the body.
Yeah, you know, he clipped Baker. He seen Baker retreat to the ropes and he was hurt, and that was it. Just an absolute slaughter coming his way. And, you know, after he did his piece, he went back to the drawing board and he started boxing again off the jab, and that shows the quality of Visioli.
I'm sure the social media boys and girls will be clipping that barrage of shots up and putting that out there. So eye-catching, pleasing to watch, but for this man, very, very hurtful, but he is as tough as they come.
Yeah, Baker's still there, he's tough, and yeah, I don't know how he's still standing, to be honest with you.
He showed us in the past how strong and how much desire there is, but there does come a point when you're just up against that someone who's that much better than you, that special individual. I'm sure that is Giorgio Visioli, showing us a bit of everything. Good variation, always looking to set the traps, the little feints with the feet, the dip of the knees to the body, trying to find further openings, looking for that left screw shot.
Yeah, what I like as well, when Baker's backs to the ropes, he doesn't come lunging in Visioli. Yeah.
Oh, and the referee's seen enough. The towel also comes in. Giorgio Visioli moves to 7-0 as a professional, and it's another one inside the distance. One against, you would have to say, on paper, his toughest opponent, and he is absolutely gone through Kane Baker like a knife through butter, Pat.
Yeah, definitely. The right decision from Baker's team there, 100%. There was no need for him to stay in the ring there because Visioli was only going to go through the gears, as you've seen there. Right decision. Hats off to Visioli. Great performance, and on to the next for him.
Yeah, we'll see him out very soon, but Pat, this was a brutal display, a hurtful display of punching from young Giorgio Visioli.
Definitely, yeah, you know, his backhand, he screws it up, and it's a really unique shot, and it's hard to throw. And yeah, when he whips that right hook round the side as well, the Baker's elbow just behind it, that's also a lethal shot.
Yeah, so impressive. I mean, he really does have it all. There's going to be tougher tests, there's going to be step-ups, which that was this evening in his 7th fight. But doing absolutely everything right so far. That was impressive. Let's hand over to David Diamante for the decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee John Latham calls a halt to this contest. The official time of the stoppage, 52 seconds of round number 4. Declaring your winner by TKO, he's still undefeated, Giorgio Visioli.
Well, the best yet, I would say, from Giorgio Visioli. Very impressive
Kane Baker.
Against a step up
for Kane
in
Baker.
Kane Baker. But he has won in impressive fashion there. Eddie Hearn just getting into the ring. He'll be thrilled with the talent and the display there shown from Visioli. So much to look forward to in the career of the young former Repton star, former two-weight ABA champion. We're going to hear from the victor, who's alongside Eddie Hearn and our reporter Jamie Ward.
Okay, Giorgio, congratulations. 7-0, spiteful, impressive. Once again, not a bad way to cap your 22nd birthday week, I imagine.
100%. Didn't celebrate much on my birthday, but that's a celebration there. And yeah, I just want to say big respects to Kane Baker. I think that was his last fight, so true warrior. And yeah, it was a good performance. And yeah, we move on.
What were you able to take from that performance tonight?
Just staying calm and collected, keep my focus, and just let my hands go more. And yeah, just sharp punches, and that's what I did.
The right call, you believe, from Errol and Kane's team to throw the towel in at that stage of the fight?
I think so, yeah. I think he was taking a lot, and it was the right call, and fair play to him.
We're seeing you now, through 7 fights, just grow and grow with confidence. We know you've had great preparation for this fight out in Las Vegas with Kermel Moton, up in Scotland with Lee McGregor. How much is that confidence just due to the work you're putting in behind the scenes?
That camp was the best camp I've ever had, sparring in Vegas. Obviously, Kermel, Cubans, Lee McGregor. Big thanks to them, but no, it's a great experience out there, and yeah, it put me in great stead for this tonight. So,
and promoter Eddie Hearn. Early days, yeah, but too early to start getting a little bit excited or not?
We were excited a long time ago, but I really want to see him move on now. You know, I just said to the team, like, he's too good, and you've got to realise you're too good for those levels, so you have to still go through the levels. But you know, the way he's coasting through, you know, Kane Baker's a guy, he's boxed for, won English titles. Like, Giorgio is already, for me, British, Commonwealth and European level. It's difficult because you want to try and do those 8 rounds and you want to try and get that experience. But honestly, you're not even seeing him get out of first gear. And I don't want him to tread water. He's not going to get bored, but I just, you know, he's going to get better and better against better opposition. And I think it's a chat now with, you know, Sonny and Anto and Mark and the team, just to say, like, he's capable now of winning British, Commonwealth and European titles. I truly believe that. We don't have to gamble, but we just have to acknowledge how good he is and how easy he's cruising through these levels. And for me, I want to see him push on, certainly win English titles and, you know, move into British title eliminators, because I don't see fighters giving him problems. We know the quality of the spars he's having in America. That's great experience. He needs to get great experience in here. And he's only going to get great experience against much better opposition. And even then, you know, I think you're looking at unquestionably a future world champion. But we have to keep passing the tests. We have to keep passing the levels. But I want to see a bit of a test. And unfortunately, I don't know where it's going to come from. But, you know, yeah. Well, we thought... I didn't think it was going to come to... Like, on paper, tonight looked like a tough fight. But I know how good he is. I know how sharp he is. And he's a nightmare. He's a nightmare for those domestic level guys. You know, and I think you're going to see the best Giorgio Visioli against world-class opposition. That's time to come, but we got to step up the opposition now and keep him active. He's got a great head on his shoulder, great team, world-class talent.
Final one to you then, Giorgio. What excites you about that? More rounds, tougher fights on paper, so far at least. Tougher fights coming, titles as well. What excites you about the next phase of your career?
It excites me a lot. Obviously, yeah, we thought tonight was going to be a bit of a step up. We thought he was going to come a bit more, but unfortunately didn't. But yeah, look, we talk down with the team and we'll see what happens. But yeah, I think it's a bright future.
Great stuff. Giorgio Visioli, fantastic performance. The future